wanting to play tonight. I'll have to put it really low down.
What does that do, bit really?
Just reduce its quality. Right.
We've still got a red light saying live stream health is red, which is bad, potentially
Not
serious,
very good.
Serious viewing issues. In other words, nobody can see us.
I think we're having some problems with our internet connection, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to tether it to our phone rather than do it through the Wi-Fi system, what we've got in the house, because it's been playing up all day.
Rubbish
So just
internet.
bear with us. Thanks, BT. So let's turn on the personal hotspot. I might just lose this connection just for a second, so bear with us. Ah, we've got a green light.
Right, we've got a green light.
Hi, Simon. Dude's Happy Sunday from Michelle. Hope your visit to the hospital went okay,
Yeah.
Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. Hope you're feeling better. Good to have you online with us. And my little girl up in Stockton, England, Carleen. Fancy watching your mother on a Sunday. On a Sunday evening. But you have better things to do.
Our video's froze up here, so we don't know what's happening.
We've got live.
It's saying that the streaming is good. Can somebody just give us a message just to say whether it is or not? I'll type it as well, just in case.
Can everyone hear us okay? Can everyone see us okay?
We've got video back again now.
Can everyone hear us okay? Can everyone see us okay?
We've got... Oh,
this is on,
gone again.
This is on land.
This is why everybody who's live streaming on boats is having problems.
Yeah, but we're not even on a boat.
Back again now. Oh, if anybody can hear us, sorry about this. Got 13 people watching and they're just going to turn off. Let's restart this. Quit. Force quit. Right. Okay, we're back again.
Oh,
I think.
I've just woken up.
So can people hear us now? We're showing that we've got a healthy stream going now.
It's always better when you have a healthy stream.
So somebody can just comment. We have got a little bit of a delay.
Thank you for staying with us. Well, let's hope they stay
Well,
with
we've
us.
got 12 people still here. We've lost one. Anybody there?
Michelle, are you there? Answer. Is anybody there? Come on, I'm going to have to go back to my ironing.
What the hell's happening with this?
Did it all right last time though.
Yeah. So can anybody hear us?
No, because somebody would have written something.
Well, we've got 15 people online. We're showing that we've got a live streamy. What is it?
Live stream. A healthy stream.
Oh, what of this? I'm getting
So
some text messages. It's not. We can see and hear you. Oh, that's good. So it's the live chat thing. Give me 1 second while I try and sort out then if I can messages, because nothing's coming up on our screen. Aha! We may be back.
Also might not be. Marie, I can type in. We're getting some bits.
Ah, Dave Berry, there you are. Was fine until you started over. Now I can't find new feed. You should still be able. I think, Marie, it's if you just stay on this, you should be able to see it. So I don't know how far behind we are. Thank you, those people who've just been sending us messages via Facebook. Appreciated. So
yeah,
who've we got online then now? We've lost quite a few viewers, but hopefully some people will come back. So we've got Marie Morrissey, Almath, Dave Berry, Paul Morris, Michelle's back. Hello, Michelle.
We're back.
We're now showing that we've got a good live stream in health on here. So, oh, John B's back. So, touch wood. It should stay as it is. We'll say we've now got up to 12 people viewing. So, welcome everybody. Sorry for that bit of a delay.
Only 19
technical
minutes
issues.
left.
Never mind. We're here now. So. Oh, I thought you wanted to tell me something then.
No, I was just looking at your little notes.
Right, so what we've been doing. We're back from Crete, as you can see. We're back in the dining room.
Rainy Britain.
Hi, TJ. And Simon. Yeah, come on, we are desperate to know how the survey went. So, we went to Crete. Having spoke to you last time. We've gone back for the survey this time. And we don't want to give too much out about it because we've got another video coming out later this week. So you've probably watched the first one, which took us up doing the water, the sea trial bit, up to getting the boat out. The video what's going to come out later this week is the land-based survey. We should be getting the written report back.
I was going to say we've
tomorrow.
not even got the result.
No.
Yeah, have we?
Well, they told us what's.
She said everything is good. Everything looks really good.
We weren't going to say that.
Do you know?
No. Yeah, everything. Well, we might as well now let cat out of the bag.
Well,
so
I think we'd be a bit disappointed if I think we want one.
I want someone to straighten that photo.
I've just.
You mean this one behind us? It's actually dead straight. It's how we've got the laptop.
This laptop.
I can't do it because I've got a 20-second delay on the video feed here.
Is that Amsterdam? No, it's Venice.
It's Venice.
Yeah, that's Venice where we went.
Anyway, TJ Bullocks, give us some idea on the survey. Okay, so we've had the survey done, although we've not got the full written report back yet. And everything was good. There was a couple of very minor things what they've picked up on. So I'll tell you what's wrong with it, shall I? On the jib, the UV protector, you know where it looks just blue for those of you who are not sailors. Yeah, Johnny, glad you let us know. The UV protector needs restitching on the jib. I've already had a price for that, and it's about €120. So the sail itself is really good. It's just the UV filter stitchings we've just got a little bit worn, so we're going to get that done. The EPIRB needs servicing. I think that's just a matter of sending it off to the company and getting a new battery in it. We knew about that before the survey anyway. The life raft needs servicing, which we knew about before the survey. And the DSC radio wasn't picking up the GPS signal. And I think that's mainly something what's not plugged in.
What do you think, wiring?
And that's it.
Just read that last bit.
And the very last one.
I didn't write this.
The toilet seat screws wasn't fastened on properly, so that just needs tightening up. So that's how much they've done quite a good check of everything. So I think we can live with them little bits. It more than makes up for what we get in with it.
Yeah, Dave Berry's put spend the £120 on a sewing machine. Dave, I've got a sewing machine, but I think I need more industrial one. When I've seen people doing things on their YouTube and stuff, they've gone into different places and basically used their own. But if I'm going to get one, I would like one.
You want a sail making one? You'll stick it somewhere.
But I do like sewing. Yeah, that's.
We have got a spare toilet though, TJ, so it's not too much of an issue. And I stand up anyway.
Oh, Michelle's put, get that house sold. I'll come cook and David can be cabin boy. Yeah, fine. No, we've been doing this week. I've got no nails left. I've been rubbing down chimney breast and things and getting a couple of, what were they? My brain won't work, I've not had enough wine.
We've been painting.
I've painted what was our Brad's bedroom twice because the first time I didn't like the colour and now I've just painted it white. So I've done that twice. I've got a new bedding, I've bought that. So
welcome back to DVCA.
I'm doing the front room. We've just got little bits of jobs that have still got to be done. But it's Sunday now and I'm hoping, I'm hoping that we're going to be able to get everything finished by the end of next week so that we can get the estate agents round. So
end of next week, yeah.
We want to have 3 quotes, don't we, so that we can get an idea of what they think.
And we're still putting it on for what we think anyway. And unless theirs is more.
Yeah.
So
what we want.
Thanks to we've got a few more people just tuned in now, so we've got 20 people watching us. So if you've not been before, thanks for coming. If you have been before, thanks for coming.
Ooh. Simon sewed his UV strip by hand.
I think Simon needs to come down and visit our boat, and he could do ours probably.
It's a lot of little stitches. Get an old Singer with a crank hand and tough needle. Yeah, I know you can buy different needles for different strengths of things, but it's the actual house. You put the thing down at the back to hold the foot down, foot plate and stuff, and that has got to be really strong as well.
Yeah. So, but he's saying get an old Singer with a hand crank.
Yeah, Singers are the best. Yeah.
Alfie, how are you doing, mate? 5-year-old watching us, youngest viewer. Yeah, so you could get one of these old Singers.
We used to have a Singer.
I bet
my grandma's
I bet your mum's got one.
We used to have an old Singer where it had a foot plate that did the.
Can't have one like that.
I know, but it was a really good one that lasted ages and was really good. But yeah, no, I'm thinking of doing that. So we've got all that to do. But it's just been so busy this last week or more. In fact, 3 weeks. We don't know where we are, do we? What day we're on? Carl's still got his office to sort out. He's not been in there yet. He went in, opened the door,
and come back out. Oh no!
And shut it back again.
Might have to show you a picture of that. Not tonight. No, definitely not.
I don't.
No, I don't.
Carl's like a hoarder.
I'm not a hoarder. I've just
got
a lot of hobbies. Rob Jones, when it comes to servicing the raft, you can take it into the service agent, and if you agree, you can pull the cord. Yeah, I wouldn't mind actually watching that happen, because you've got to pay for it to be done anyway, so it'd be good to watch it.
Yeah, we've no idea how it goes, have we?
but we are going to have that done in Crete. Now we've been told what you do, you just parcel it up, put it on a bus, and somebody picks it up at the other end.
And then they send it back on a bus.
And then they send it back on a bus, and you wait for the bus to come.
Yeah, and it just comes back done. That's strange.
DVCR. Hello, Carl and Jen. My name is Dave. Oh, I'll call you Dave because it's easier to say than DVCR, however you pronounce it. Sorry if it's wrong. I found you through Carl Brook, also known as Grandpa. Yeah, Grandpa was with us last time. Hopefully he'll be here later.
Yeah, we like Grandpa.
Dave Berry. Great result on the survey and looking forward to vid part 2. I'm hoping to get it out probably Friday on general release. It will be out before that on Patreon if you can't wait. You can be. I'll give it a plug. If you want to become one of our Patreons, you can go on there, and minimum payment donation is $1. So it's within everybody's budget, and then depending on how much you want to pledge per video, there's different rewards for it. So one of the main things what we've found is people want to see the videos before they actually go out on YouTube, and there are some extra little videos what we're starting to put on which are for patrons only. So just something if you're interested. What's Michelle saying here? Oh, Marie. Well, heck, I can type this, but cannot see or hear you. Try refreshing your page, Marie. That's might work. Or log out and then come back into it. You should be able to find the link just on the Facebook page. Sorry, not Facebook. Well, yeah, it's on our Facebook page, but also on YouTube. Michelle, oh geez, that is the worst thing I'm not looking forward to, clearing the house out, attic and basement. Yeah. It's a mammoth task for us.
We've got a 3-bed semi-detached, which means we joined on to next doors.
I think they know what semi-detached means.
Well, they don't have a lot of them in wherever, America and wherever else.
She lives in Alabama.
Oh yeah, well they do. And a lot of our stuff is like integrated, built-in wardrobes and things, but it just is a lot of rubbish that you can't.
My problem
get to, is it?
I get hobbies, and I have to get really into them. And I can't just have a go at something. I've got to buy all the kit and everything. And then I get where I think I've mastered it or got pretty decent at it, whatever it is. And then I move on to another one.
But it doesn't sell the original things.
Because my personality is probably 12 months or even 2 years, 3 years later, I know I will do it again. So I've bought all this stuff, paid all this money for it. I might as well keep it because it's decent stuff. And I always do come back round to it. So, there we go.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. He's a hoarder. He's got more papers, more receipts, more everything. You just wouldn't believe it. And if he dared show you into our office, there's like an L shape.
Yeah, Dave, all the precious stuff.
Work unit. Shit, precious stuff. All your precious stuff. It's papers, it's little receipts and things like that. And
TJ, it's a man thing, TJ.
It is a man thing.
We're all the same.
Oh, gosh.
The only difference between men and boys is the size of the boots and the cost of the toys.
You said it that way round. Yeah.
And Dave said the same.
Yeah, but if you lot are all the same, you men, it's a good job you've got women behind you, if you have. They always say behind every good man is a great woman, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I've nearly done my things. I've got a big list.
You've packed your netball.
Yeah, I just play netball. That's the thing that'll...
be staying. You're not taking a football with us.
No, that's the only thing that I've got. I play netball and I have done with the same team since I was 16. So that would be the biggest thing for me to miss, I think, apart from people, of course, that are here. But yeah, I've not got a lot of possessions, really. And I think it'll be easier for me to leave the house than it will for Carl. Because he's a possession person thing.
Michelle's just saying, "Shut up, David. He won't get rid of the freaking boxes." Drives TJ's wife nuts. And it is a man thing, Simon's saying.
Yeah, it is.
So, Mowley, is that how you say it? Hi, welcome to the show. I found you through Grandpa's farm. Yeah, he's done quite a lot for us, Grandpa. Where is he? Go and give him a call and get him to get round here. Oh, is he off? Yeah. Has he gone off sailing? He's not gone yet, has he? He's not bought the boat yet.
No, he's like in a similar position to us. I'm doing the same thing. I packed up my house, sold it, and I'll be in Florida by mid-month of August.
So what part of Florida are you going to?
and what you bought and everything.
Yeah, what sort of boat you got.
Yeah.
We like Florida. We've got a timeshare there in Kissimmee. In fact, we've just been to it recently. So, come back to us, Molly, on what type of boat you've got and whereabouts in Florida you are. You can sell that iron, Jen. You won't need it when you wear.
Oh, where is it? She must be able to hear me when I said I can go back to my ironing, you see.
Yeah.
What else did we say? Yeah, I've just got my ironing out and everything. I'm doing my son's ironing because he's not got an iron at the minute, so I've got to get that back to him later.
Naughty Pirate, welcome. I've been getting rid of things I don't use slowly. Amazing how much stuff we have and don't use.
I know.
Sivota, love that place. Michelle,
Yeah.
in fact, a friend of mine on Facebook, who I used to work with years and years ago, he's actually delivering a boat today from, I think he's gone from Lefkas. No, he's sailed down to Kefalonia. No, he's in Lefkas and he's delivering a boat down to Sivota.
Do you even know who he is?
Thuggy. Paul. The marina in Crete looks great. Heard though that it gets busy over winter, so keep your berth. That's from Dave. Well, Dave, we've been quite lucky because the berth we've got there is actually paid up by the current owner until May, and the marina so we can stay on it till May there, and then the marina have said that if we want to stay for the following year, or we'll stay for the berth anyway, we're not necessarily going to stay there personally. Then we'll book it. So once we've completed, that's something we'll sort out.
A lot of the people there said if you want to get in next winter, you need to be booking it now. That's how.
So we've provisionally got it reserved.
So so we said if we want to, can we have it? And they said yeah. So
the boat's been there 7 years now anyway. So it's got its own little nice berth. Yeah. TJ, do you have the closing date? And when are we moving? No, we don't have a closing date. We've got a date we've got to be closed by. The closing date is all going to revolve around how soon we sell the house. And as soon as we've sold the house, that's when we'll be going. So it's basically watch this space. That's why we're working, while Jen's working round the clock decorating, so we can sell the house. You just laughed, smiled on me though. I made a lovely... I made a fantastic Greek meal last night. I had loads of meze and stuff, and I made some really gorgeous.
Glad it's not smelly vision.
Tzatziki.
And
you just breathed on me. Don't.
Howl. Greek food is absolutely beautiful. Carl made us this lovely meal yesterday, and then we've had some this lunchtime, haven't we?
We've just had some now again.
More. Yeah, well, that's our lunchtime. So it's really good. No, the Crete Harbour, just to go on to that, because that was really good, wasn't it, what we found? The marina, not harbour.
Yeah.
Really busy place. There's about
it's beautiful.
A, B, C, D. How did it go?
A and F.
How many?
It goes up to F, I think.
What were they? What are they called?
Pontoons.
Pontoons. A, B, C, D. Probably 6 lines of pontoons then. Then they got the really fancy, this is probably the same in every marina, fancy big boats on A. Our boat was on B and they could have gone on C as well. And then as you get nearer F is where towards the, where they lift it out and everything, weren't they? And the fishermen were in. So it's got everything there. Really, really good. It's 5 minutes, not that, 5 steps even, walk to the nearest cafe bars. It's right in the middle of their town, if you like. So it's got everything. Hospital, doctors, dentists, shops, hairdressers, butchers, bakers, everything. So that's why everybody likes going. It's good for women and it's good for men.
Oh, I thought you meant it's good for women. That's why there's a load of single blokes there. No. Anyway, Anthony Kirby, hi from Anton Sid. We are having the same issues getting rid of kit. I have 2 garages full of engineering tools, including a huge lathe and a milling machine.
Yeah.
Yep. It's all... it's hard to get rid of, isn't it, when you've got stuff like that?
You just got to do it. You just got to get it on eBay or wherever.
What we do, and it's quite funny this, at the moment it's chucking it down with rain outside. That's a local Derbyshire term. It's raining. It's raining quite heavily in Queen's English. And out across the road from where we live, one of our neighbours is he's a plasterer, so he's got a van which he parks outside, and then he's got, I think he's just bought a new van today, so I'm going to see if I can buy his old van off him so we can drive it down to Greece with all the stuff in. But then they've got a car on the drive as well, and we've always said we're going to take a photograph of that view outside on a day like this.
I've got one on my phone already.
Where it's raining and clouds are grey. And then when we're on the boat, whenever we feel a bit down and missing home and stuff like that, we're just going to get this photograph out. And then we'll think, nah.
Where would we rather be?
Here or there. Yeah, we'll stop.
Rainy England or
so,
else.
Rob Jones has said, is there anything you'll miss from the UK? Please don't say Blackpool. I'll not miss Blackpool. Family's probably going to be the main thing. Only thing. I'm not going to miss the weather here because it's crap.
When we come back, I said to Carl when we came back from Crete, I said, how do you feel at coming home then? You know, when you drive up the road towards your house, you either think, oh, I'm glad I'm home when you come back from holiday and I love it here and all this. And I really don't. I think
I like my house and there's a garden and I've got a nice fish pond with some big koi carp in what we've had since they were little babies and now they're like this big. But
I honestly think...
I'd eat it tomorrow.
No, I honestly think... What?
It's just going to be a life change.
I'll say what I thought I was going to say.
It's a new chapter.
No. When I come back to Chesterfield, even though it's got some benefits of it, it's getting like a lot of the English towns are, I think, where more and more people you see on the streets are drunk or druggy or whatever, or you tend to be in the town centre, and they just want to get a job, basically. Lay about. So I don't like that. And then it rains and it's miserable.
We're doing a good job of selling where we live, aren't we?
Yeah, it's not a bad place. It's not a bad place.
Actually, it's one of the most sought after areas in the town we live in. No, I'm being serious now.
What, where we live?
Where we
live is okay.
Good school catchment areas. Really nice area. Right on the outskirts of town. So we've got the Peak District literally 2 minutes away. So it is nice.
Yeah,
so
it's very green. That's one thing that I think
that's because it's always bloody raining.
Yeah, but no, where they say, what will you miss when you move abroad and things?
Crete's green. In places.
It's a lot of orange brick.
Take your colouring book and your colouring pencils.
But it's very green in England, and I do like walking, but in Crete, where we'll be staying, on a Thursday, they meet with a lot of the local Greek men and what have you, and go up in the hills walking. And there was actually a guy who lived on one of the boats who was 82. And
he'd been for a walk that day and he was coming back to do a night walk.
Put his boots on, excuse me, and he was off on his way out again, and he was as fit as a fiddle, and he was walking about tea time, wasn't it? And some of the other guys had said that he's off again on this walk. So
we're doing a 15
I just checked out what he'd got on his feet. He'd got some sturdy walking boots on. I thought, yeah, I'll join you. Then I might be as fit as him. So I do like walking. I do have to get off the boat, I must say that. We've been used to having...
Don't blame yourself, you'll be walking plank. You'll be getting off at boat, all right?
Swimming round, yeah. So I do like to have my exercise. So I do like to walk and feel like I'm breathing in about a bit and fresh air. I like to be outside.
Just had another couple of people join us, so welcome, whoever you are. Please post and let us know who you are. So I think we've now got more people than we've had on last time. So thanks everyone for joining us.
Yeah.
Michelle, I've just seen a little thing. Can't wait for fried courgettes. Last night, I'm actually going to do fried courgettes tonight as a surprise when we'd finished on here. What I did last night, I got a nice, because I make my own brewed beer and wine and all sorts of stuff. I think we mentioned that last time. So I made a beer batter just using beer and flour, mixed it up, seasoned it, and then sliced some aubergine, which I'd salted beforehand. And then I also got some spinach with feta cheese. For the aubergine, dipped it in the batter, just deep fried it really quick for about 1 minute, took it out, drained it off in olive oil. And then for the spinach, I just made it into little, like 2-3 inch parcels with the feta cheese in, and then deep fried that as well. And that was beautiful. And then I was going to do the courgettes tonight because we'd made that much last night. We didn't get a chance. So might do some of them later, Michelle.
Oh.
But yes, they are nice.
We're going from one thing to another here, aren't we?
No, we're making us way down. How dog friendly is it? How dog friendly is the house, I think you mean there.
Don't lose that boat, Simon says. Let's all share the link to your house. It will be listed on Rightmove. Yep, it'll be Chesterfield. We'll see you on there. And we're hoping to get over 200,000, I want.
If we don't, we'll be having a dinghy.
Let's hope.
If you're asking how the house is dog friendly, I think that might be. Not the boat. Very dog friendly. We've got 8-foot fences all the way round on 3 sides, 4 sides. Because we live in a corner plot, so it's that way, all the way across that way, then right down the full length of the house, and then back again. So our dog never got out. No.
And we used to have 2 rabbits that we used to let roam on the garden. So
and chickens.
They never got out. Well, chickens were in. Well, yeah, I would say they were in a pen, but they weren't, were they?
So if you want to buy it, Michelle, just
good.
PM us.
It'll all be done up and all nice.
Yeah. Stuff ends up being just stuff. You can't always get more stuff. You can always I think you mean you can always get more stuff there, TJ. You can't live for stuff or you will never be happy.
Exactly. Live in the moment. Be glad of what you've got now and enjoy what you've got now. Don't be thinking of what you've got or had or not got anymore. Just enjoy it now.
Dave's just put, I binge watched your videos last week, and when I got to the video where Jen had her wobble on, if she wanted to sail or not, and I was like, oh shite. You weren't as much as oh shiting as I were, because I thought that was it. My sailing days are over.
It really was. It really was feeling ill. So, that's not understatement.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
Dog friendly is the Crete Marina, not the house.
Oh, I thought I'd sold the house then. Do you know, to be honest, Michelle, somebody we know down there now, some friends we've made, he's got a dog. I think I did see a sign what says no dogs, but there's a few people have got them.
It's pretty good actually, I think. They kept them on a lead.
Yeah, the marina's right in the town centre. Or the town comes right down to the marina. So yeah, it's
in fact
dog friendly.
Well, when we were having the boat surveyed, and I took some footage, you perhaps can't, well, Carl will use it, but there were 2 dogs of people who actually lived on the boat, one of which was blind and deaf. This old dog, they got 2 dogs.
What did they call it?
Don't matter.
Don't matter, he didn't answer.
Both were on a leash, a little one and another one, and they took it into that bit where you pull the boat out, where it's got your slope, and they were having a little cool off, a little, not a swim, but they went right in.
Yeah, I don't think I put that video.
But the men were there as well, and they let them do that. So I don't think they scare them off.
We're up to 23 people. Welcome again to everybody who's just joined us. A couple of new names here I can see. Anne Elizabeth Peterson just joined on live chat.
Marie, you're back.
Just joined on.
You can see us anyway. Sorry.
Just joined on live chat. Congratulations on the boat purchase. We've not actually purchased it yet, Anne. We've paid the deposit. Got the survey done. Purchase will be as soon as we've sold the house.
Did you see that look he gave me then?
Gosh, you're interrupting again. Marie is in Missouri, USA. Also found us through Grandpa. Where is Grandpa? Blue Coat on 1. Hi, Seamus and Sue from Lichfield. Would you recommend Carsington for water for learning to sail? Seamus and Sue, have you watched our first videos? Because there's quite a bit where Jen's learning to sail at Carsington. So yeah, I've been a member of that sailing club from when it first started, probably, apart from a short break we had. And we've still got a boat up there. We've got the 21-footer.
And is that not where Ellen MacArthur learned?
No.
Oh, well, it's round the corner from where Ellen MacArthur
No.
It is?
She used to sail at Ogston.
Oh, it's 5 minutes away from Carsington.
Ogston's just up here.
Well,
Carsington's 25 miles away.
Carsington's just up here. And we've had one of the most famous women single-handedly round wherever she went.
Everybody knows Ellen. She lived in Wat Stanwell, which is, we live in Chesterfield, then you've got Matlock just up the road, and then Wat Stanwell's just the other side of Matlock, so she's basically a neighbour. Yeah.
Well, she learnt round here, but Carsington is good.
Yeah, Carsington's pretty big.
I nearly fell out of the boat there, didn't I?
Yeah, on one of the episodes. It's on there, so Seamus and Sue, have a look at our earlier videos. They're all on there. On the early days, you'll see Carsington. Carl, how are you getting on with the drone? In all honesty, I've not flown it for a bit now because we've not been here. We've been gallivanting off all over on holidays and stuff, celebrating the retirement. But yeah, we're going to get it out yesterday. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the UK now. They're on about making it compulsory for certificate of competence for all drone users. Some of you know that we did have a photography, or we still have got a photography and film business, and one of the things we were looking at with using the drone for that. These companies have set up now who are doing the certification, and they want £900 and something a day just to get you certified, which I think they're just coining it.
They're just doing it to make money.
So if they now make it compulsory where everybody who wants to fly a drone in the UK has got to go on these courses, then I think I might just set up a course. Set up a business where I become a drone instructor, because it's stupid. But there's people out there who are spoiling it for everybody by flying near airports and what have you. So anyway, moving on. But yeah, I do like my drone. I'd like a Mavic, probably. So I've only got the Phantom 3 at the moment, but it's good enough for what we're going to use. And I didn't pay stupid money for it, so if it does fly away one day or ends up in the drink, then
we'll see how good it is.
I've only lost a few £100 rather than a few thousand or whatever.
You're going back to how you have to get the biggest and best of everything. Let's try what we've got already, dear.
I am. Thank you for that.
That's all right.
Well, I'm sure these guys will agree with me.
I know men will agree with you.
Gary Johnson, welcome Gary. Fair do, go for it and live the dream. Best luck for the future. Has anybody seen what the name of the boat is?
Yeah,
it's called The Dream.
When you know a boat,
Dream.
It's called Dream. That was just like, you've got to do it, you've got to do it, you've got to do it. It's just like telling you this is the one for you. 'Cause I didn't want a boat where we couldn't spell the name of it or pronounce the name of it. I said we would change it anyway. And then when we saw this Bavaria one that we were looking at, and it was called Dream, we went, oh, and it's our dream, we can have our dream.
It was called Dream because the current keeper said it was his dream.
Yeah.
And we said it's going to be our dream. And he did say that if he ever bought another boat, he would call the next one Dream.
Yeah.
So I need to get it registered with Small Ships Register pretty quick. No, it is registered. Isn't the drone competency for over a certain weight, though? Yes, it is, Dave. And some literature, what I've read already, is talking about 250 grams, which I think that might cover them tiny little toy ones. So I think basically, I don't know, it's all up in the air at the minute, but that's what was suggested, 250 grams, which is ridiculous. A battery's heavier than that. Did you see that Creo drop theirs in the Ionian?
Yes.
Yeah. And they're not the only ones to have done that. But I think they've got, I don't know if they've got a new one or if they've sorted that old one out now.
I think they've got a new one. Well, it just makes a massive difference, I think, to the footage. So when you're out there and you can just lift up and show where you are. So it does make a lot of difference.
What you're trying to say here, Al, know what you're saying, have a cellar full of stuff. eBay is always good. Tell Jenny all that money you will get for it. It's my gear.
Yeah,
you can sell your own stuff. You might get 50p for your netball trainers and an old football.
Yeah, but no, Carl always wants, like, what's that other camera you're on about that you like?
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting the Canon.
Not Canon?
The Panasonic GH5.
Right, so this is the next thing that he's got on his wish list. So I've said, sell all the things that you've got, and then it can go towards, or buy that.
Well,
but his problem is he wants to save all the other things, but we can't. There's no room to save on a boat, so he's got to get rid of it.
We've got loads and loads of photography gear because we've done all sorts.
Oh, we've got all the boxes.
Hello, Michael P. Michael, he comments quite a bit on our videos, so welcome, Michael. We're now up to 33 people, Michael. So well done. Oh, thank you for everybody coming. And Dave keeps saying to everybody, can you just click on the like button for watching this? So, yeah, we would really appreciate that if people don't mind doing that. Helps us with YouTube rankings. So yes, fill with helium before weighing it. Yeah, try that one. My luck, it'd blow up. It'd be an Hindenburg. Paul Morris, take it to the bank. Water and dronies are not a good mix. I'm on number two. First through in flight failure. Second due to me being a cocky git.
Yeah, if you're cocky and you think you know it all, yeah, you'll.
To be honest, Paul, when my cousin had the Phantom 3, and I was almost doing a deal with him to buy it off him, and he was supposed to be bringing it me up at the weekend to have a bit of a fly with it, and then on the Thursday night it took off and he's never seen it again. So when I bought this one I've got, I'm really cagey about flying it. As soon as my screen comes up saying little bit of a lost signal, I bring it back, and I know it's supposed to come back on its own if you lose a signal, but I try to keep it in view all the time. And the only day when it went quite a way away, and anybody from the CAA, I could see it, yeah, but it was only a little speck. I was crapping it thinking, that's it, I'm never going to see it again. So I know where you're coming from there, Paul. Naughty Pirate, there you go. One like, Michigan, USA. Nice one. So yeah. Brilliant. Drones make it a little bit more interesting for the footage, I think. And I can't wait. Roll on the floor laughing my yeah. That's down to the drones. Yeah, I can't wait till we can use the drone on the boat. We did take it up to Carsington one day, left it in the car, and then it came over the radio that somebody else was flying a drone and people were moaning a little bit about it. So we've not flown it there. And when we've been abroad on the boats we've hired abroad, chartered, and then when we went down last couple of weeks down to Crete, we only took hand baggage. So we've not had anywhere to carry it, did we? No. But we will be taking it. So
try and take it next time.
When we get the boat.
Well, we'll be driving down to get the boat. Possibly or not.
Possibly.
If we drive down, we can take it, can't we?
Yeah. Yeah. We're thinking of buying a little cheap motorhome so that we can load it up with the stuff, what we've got left, what we need to take down to the boat.
Drive it to Crete.
Drive down to Crete. Well, we'll drive down to Trieste in Italy. Get the boat, the ferry then down to Crete. Or it might go to Athens first and then Athens to Crete. And then we can keep a UK registered vehicle in Crete for 6 months. And we've also got free parking in the marina.
They said that was good. There's loads of space for parking.
And then if we come back probably near Christmas, we'll come back in the camper van. We've got somewhere to stay when we get here, although we've told my dad and my mum and my son that we're going to park it on their drive and just plug into their mains. But yeah, that'll save us having to rely on people to have to stay anywhere.
Yeah.
And then because we'll have took all the stuff down, the next time we go, we'll fly down. And my cousin he's got his own scaffolding company, Spencer Scaffolding in Chesterfield. If anybody wants a scaffolding company, brilliant. They're working all over the UK. Our son works with him as well, and they do massive jobs as well. Big sky-rise, plug. So he said we can keep it in his factory when we're not here, so that's good.
Yep. So we'll be doing Max and Paddy and Max.
Yeah. Oh,
and living in
talking of Max and Paddy and Max, we did ask last time if people could just do us one of these little videos, you know, so we can put it onto our intro thing for
front page
for the YouTube videos. We've had a couple sent in already. All we want you to do is just that.
I want them to do something different.
Or you can do something different. But no sound
Make
needed.
Your own thing up, yeah.
Do what you want. No sound needed. Just let it run for 15 seconds and you can send it to us on Facebook as an attachment, private message it, or send it as by email, and then we'll put it onto the videos just to put a little bit of fun into it.
Yeah. You see, we need to do a proper one that's to the music, don't we?
Ours is.
In time. No, it's not.
Well, it were a little bit.
It wasn't at all.
So, we did say last time that there'll be a prize for the best one. But we need more than two, because they're both winning at the minute.
Oh.
So I've had one from Grandpa, and we've had one from Sean Dowd. In fact, Sean's not here tonight. I thought he'd be here. So we've got 31 people on board. It'd be great to get 31 videos tonight so we can put them on this video this coming week. Go for it.
Let's just answer this.
Oh, hang on. And if you're filming it on your phone, hold it like that, not like that.
Yeah,
so it fits in properly. So, right, let's get back to the list here. What was worst, the damage to the Code Zero? Say no more, no lessons. I'm late to the party. Are you still in Crete? No, we're back in England at the moment, Michael.
We wish we were in Crete, Michael, but we're not.
We got back on Wednesday, so we'll be here for a few weeks now, just getting the house ready to sell. And have you made some budget over the cost for living aboard and upcoming maintenance? What would it cost per year average to live for two? This is a question we've asked.
And everybody asks, don't they?
I'm quite fortunate that I've just retired from 30 years in the police, and so I've got my police pension, which will allow us to live on, as long as we're not stupid and wanting to eat out for every meal. Average cost per year for living, how long's a piece of string? Some people say they do it on as little as $800 a month. Other people say it costs them $2,000 a month. And I say dollars because that's where a lot of the numbers have come from.
When we're living here,
it's not much more than living here. Well, it's probably less.
We can get away with spending what?
Bearing in mind when we're on the boat, we're not going to have any bills.
No.
Other than marina fees, which are already paid up for this year anyway. So it's only food we've got to buy, and obviously any maintenance which we need to do. We're fortunate that the boat we buy in has been very well maintained. There's not a lot needs doing. Well,
we
other than what we've said.
Yeah, so we wanted a boat that we wouldn't have to spend a lot of money on to get it ready to sail, basically, and enjoy what we wanted to do. So we paid a little bit more, quite a bit more than what we were initially wanting to pay for it. But we won't have any jobs to do on it as such that will, other than the stitching of that, what's it called again?
UV filter.
UV
thing.
So we've only got that to do and the few little bits. But we should be able to get out pretty much as soon as we're on it. If we weren't in Crete, we'd be able to get out sooner, because in Crete they have this Meltemi, which is the really strong winds that come over the mountains and come off the land. I think they have it all over the Med anyway, don't they? But
it's
really, really strong in Crete. So anybody that goes there, even though Marina is fantastic for either liveaboards all year round or even just for winter, everybody or who you talk to always recommends that if you want to get away from Crete, you go April and May before the Meltemi starts, so it's a lot calmer. But then you come back into the marina at about September time.
August, September.
So you've only got like a 6 month, if that, window to do all your sailing round before you come back.
If you want to come back.
If you want to come back to Crete. If you're in other parts of Greece, you've not got those as much restriction, have you, for where it is? But because there's everything in that Crete, Ios Nikolaos it's such a very good place, and the community is fantastic. There are lots of English people that are there already. There's German, there's every nationality, but they all speak English, and they've got something going on all the time, haven't they? Things that I will enjoy, not you not necessarily. But I like doing things and meeting other people.
I do.
Yeah, Carla like meeting other people for a drink.
But I like my own time as well. I like my own space.
But they've got a walking club thing. They even do like Pilates and what have you club in this
marina.
In the marina.
In the yacht club.
In the yacht club, that's it. They have barbecues every week. And you can mix as much as you want or as little as you want. So that gives a really good winter period to be. So,
right, that's...
but anyway, no, going back to... I lost my track then. We have bought this boat for more money so we can get out there straight away. Personally, we don't spend a lot food-wise. I know we might not look it, but we don't spend a lot a week on food.
Well, we make all his own alcohol.
Yeah, we can easily live on, what, £60 to £80 a week food. And I should imagine we can do the same, if not cheaper. I mean, it's cheaper to live in Greece than it is here in England. So that's what we're basing it on, how much food we'll need. I don't need to eat out meals all the time. I want a drink out, and I want a coffee out, and I want to go on the beach.
You've not got to be silly.
No.
So
we don't need a lot of expenditure.
We will let you know later, Anne, as we get into it, how much it costs. So.
Yeah. But we've got to have we can have a pot for problems and that you need and things that you can't foresee that you've got to spend money on.
Yeah.
But we're not wanting to spend a lot a month at all. We can live quite frugally, can't we?
Yeah. Anthony, was there anything that came up on the survey, or have we got to wait for the video?
Yes, you have got to wait for the video.
We have already gone through this already. Just a very few minor things. Nothing to worry about, and nothing what's going to affect us arguing the price of it. Yeah, just really minor things. As your boat, how did the survey end? Marie, same question. Yeah, everything's been good. Say just a couple of little minor issues what really weren't not even worth mentioning, but yeah, everything's good. So we should be going ahead. Has your boat got an isolation transformer installed? Do you know what, Rob? I'm not sure. Is the honest answer?
What's an isolation transformer do?
I'm not sure. It isolates.
Isolates electric?
Sounds like it. Maybe you want to clarify that, Rob.
Yeah.
And then I'll be able to answer it, but I don't know if it has got one or not. Paul, fingers crossed for the positive report. Look forward to Friday. Have a great night. Okay, Paul, same to you, mate. Thank you. Thumbs up from Michael. Are you going to make an effort to clear out all your stuff? People who rent storage to keep stuff when they decide to live aboard always decide 1 to 2 years later to sell or give it away. The only stuff we're going to put into storage is things like the dining room table, the sofas.
I don't think we'll even put sofas
There's not a lot in. Our son and daughter want a few other things. Our son's saving up for a bigger house because he's only got a small house at the moment. So some of the things that he wants, we've said we'll put into storage for him. But to be honest, everything else, no, it's going. Did you hear that? That came from me.
Yeah, well done.
Naughty Pirate, congrats, fellow brother. I take it you was in the same sort of business then. Cheers. That's a very difficult question to answer.
How much money?
Everyone is, yeah, I think is referring to that. Hi, we are as lucky finding
Michelle,
our boat as you when it's our turn. Sure you will be, Michelle. If there's a tip I can give, and it worked for us, is we decided what type of boat we wanted, what type of make, and we actually wanted a Bavaria 46. And we was looking at everyone what came up online, and we made a list of must-haves. And one of the must-haves for Jen's peace of mind was in mast reefing. So if it was a normal slab sail reefing, straight away we discarded it.
Off. No, didn't want it.
A second thing, and it's a woman thing, colour of the wood inside.
Yeah.
If it was dark wood, or that orangey type wood. No, it had got to be light wood.
Got to be able to live with it. Got to be able to open my eyes and not.
Not our choice.
Like
some people like it, and I think depending on some boats, it does look nice.
If
but
you're living in it, you've got to be able to.
We wanted a lighter wood.
Like it.
So again, if it didn't have light wood, gone. There are other things we wanted where things like, and I know you can add these at a later date, but anchor being able to be controlled from the cockpit. Ideally rigged so that you could single-handed sail it, just in case there's a problem with one of us wheel or something, and the other person's got to get us back. Just things like that. So we looked at all the different boats what were available online at the time, and then
And there's not been many really that have ticked all the boxes that we have got to have the must-haves.
Oh, and we only wanted the three bedroom one, not the 4-bedroom one, because the 4-bedroom ones tend to use a bit of space up from the main forward cabin.
So we've not wasted money looking at other boats anywhere else, because we couldn't see the point
going at
looking ones. Just said no, we're not bothered in that one.
So we'd set his mind on the 46, and then there was one night we were just looking, and the 47 came up, and we just had a look at it, and like the master bedroom in it, got dressing table built into it, and really nice. And we thought, oh, we'll just Google this and see what comes up. So we did, and the boat we're looking at now was there. I think there was about 5 worldwide, and the other 4 was all the 4-bedroom ones, and then this one was on a little bit more money, or a fair bit more money, but the inventory, what was included with it on the listing, ticked every box: dinghy, outboard, radar, everything.
Well, then when
bow
we got there,
and then when we got there and spoke to the owner, and the stuff what is giving us on top of what's already on the listing,
it's like all your dreams come
like
true.
The diving gear and
brilliant.
Everything. So
it's been amazing with us. So we can't argue over £120 to spend on the sewing.
No. So yeah, we were quite lucky, I think, with this one. It's a newish boat. One very careful owner, having spoken to everybody in the marina, really looked after it well. So we are pleased with it. So yeah. So Michelle, I hope you do get to find something like we are. It's a lovely
thing to do. And you know, when you've planned on doing this or spoken about doing it for years and years, and then it's actually happening, it's kind of it's a bit surreal, really. But it's nice to actually be able to definitely tell people, yes, we're doing it. Because so many of our friends, we've said what we want to do and that, and it's like, yeah, I believe you, when really they don't, and they think it's pie in the sky, we're never going to do it. And it has been quite a nice thing for me to actually come back from Crete and go, yep, we've found the boat, yep, we're going to have it.
And everybody's gone.
They've gone, have you really? What? Have you really? So you are moving? And it's like, yeah, well, we did say that.
We've been telling you for 30 years that we're going to do this when we're retired. So.
Yeah. And somebody put, TJ, what's your daughter's thoughts on mum and dad moving away?
TJ is the guy, I'm sure I'm right, it's the same TJ who was commenting on our hillbilly music, our redneck music playing in the background. And he's been watching. Our daughter's, she's a bit of a singer. She's been doing it since she was 15. And I directed TJ to her YouTube channel because she's done a Gretchen Wilson version of Redneck Woman. TJ listened to it and thinks it's absolutely amazing. So,
and we think she is anyway.
Yeah.
No,
but we're not biased.
What are their thoughts on mum and dad moving away? Now, this is where we are quite different from these 30-odd-year-olds who are all cruising at the minute. We're at the stage in our life, obviously, we've got a daughter and a son, 23-year-old and 21-year-old. But we've also got parents who are still alive. So it's quite, it's going to be quite a thing for us to up and leave. Quite heart-wrenching kind of a thing, because you do have in the back of your mind, or they will have in the back of their mind, is it the last time they're going to see us, as in the parents going to see us?
Coming back every few months.
We are going to be coming. You only said this to me the other day.
I know.
And we've got to keep saying, no, we're going to keep coming back. And I think to be able to keep coming back, like before Christmas and every 3 or 4 months or so to start with, stops you being too cut off from the world and cut off from your family, and feeling that you want to chuck it all in and come back to Chesterfield, which we don't want to do. So, it'll be hard to leave them. The kids, of course, they're not going to die and things, but you don't know whether parents will while you're away. But they could die while we're here. And it's our time to do what we want to do. If anything was wrong with Carleen, with Brad, with your parents, with mine, I'd like to think that we would be on the next plane that we could out, and we would still have the money to be able to do that and come back, because they mean everything to us, don't they?
Yeah.
So it's going to be hard, with thought about that a lot, but it's our time and we've got to live for the now. Got to live for the now and do what we want to do.
Because in 10, 15 years, we're going to be too old to do it.
Yeah, and then in 10 years, we've said that our daughter and son can then start to have a family, because I don't want any grandkids yet, thank you very much. So I don't want that pull to bring me back. But yeah, it's going to be hard, but we've just got to do it. We've got to do it for ourselves for now. And they are more than welcome. Everybody, you know, all our friends.
Well, not all of them.
No, the good friends who we know who've got no kids, we're hoping that they're going to come out and see us and things.
Even if they've got kids, they can come out and see us. We've just saying from the very outset that one of the rules we're going to have on the boat is that no kids. Not that we don't like kids, but
I don't for any more than half an hour.
We don't want the responsibility taking some young kid out on a boat where something could happen and you're going to be held culpable for it. So, and
I don't want a screaming kid around me anyway.
Well, we don't want that either.
No.
But anyway, so moving on from that, hope your house sells quick and you get to live the dream. Thanks, Al. Nice one, Naughty Pirate. It'll soon come round. Carl, did you used to shoot IPSC in Ballycay in Northern Ireland?
What's that mean?
Dave, no, I didn't.
What's IPSC?
Shooting. Never been to Ireland, to be quite honest. I used to be on the firearms team, but not on the competition side of it. Isolation transformer boats keeps boat and swimmers safe. Right. I don't think we have got one of those, Dave. Any recommendations on charter companies in the Med? Studying for RYA day skipper at the moment and want to charter for a couple of weeks next year before taking the big step like you are. Right, John. Jen had not had much experience up until these last few months, 2 years. And we what am I going to say? We wanted to charter a boat where we could do the day skipper practical. I mean, I did my theory in 1994 and my yacht master in 95, but never got round to doing the practical because we've got his own boat anyway, and I just used to sail it as and when. But because we wanted to start chartering in the Med, it's a requirement. So we booked on with a company called Sail Ionian. They're based near Lefkas in Vliho. Brilliant company, and they will tailor whatever you want. You email them and tell them your requirements. Our requirements for doing it was because we knew we were going to be sailing together. We didn't want to go on a course with 4 other people where you don't
diluted, did we? We didn't want diluted learning.
You didn't get quite the attention from the instructor if you're on with 4 other people, and you don't get to do it hands-on as much as you do if you were doing it on your own. So we booked. It cost us more money, but we chartered the boat for the first week with the instructor. We did. It's a constant examination, and then for the second week we chartered it for just us 2 on it, like so that we've got rid of the instructor now. We've qualified, and now we've got the boat. So it was in familiar water because we'd sailed around it first week with the instructor.
But they were good in that if we had any problems in that second week, they would come out, wouldn't they?
Yeah, as long as you don't go too far. They've got a high-speed rib, so if you've got any problems on the boat, mechanical or whatever, you just ring them up. They text you every morning with the weather. They
track you obviously where you are.
Yeah, you've got a tracker on your boat so they know where you are. And if you've got a problem, you just text them or ring them, and they send somebody out on the rib to sort you out. So yeah, we hired the 41-foot Bavaria. And how much was it? About £4,000.
About £4,000.
£4,000, and they'll even pick you up at the airport as well. So, sailionian.com, I think it is.
And they put some little bits in bobs in the boat for us to stay in that night.
Yeah, they're welcome pack. And what was really nice as well is that we got the only flight we could get was the day before our charter started, our course. And they even let us stay on the boat free of charge the night before. So really good.
Really good company. Can't praise them enough. So that's Sail Ionian.
TJ, yes, that's the same. TJ, she's really good. Thanks for that, mate. Michael, I so envy you guys. You are living my dream. I will be 65 on my birthday, but I still want to go for it. Never say never. Never say never. Never too late.
While ever you're healthy enough to do it, do it. Because as you know, you soon get to 65 like that. I bet you only feel 25, don't you?
We are in this, Michelle. We are in the same position, going in 5 years at least. Oldest daughter pregnant now. Will be hard to leave. But the only flight away, Michelle.
Yeah.
And you don't get lumbered with babysitting duties.
When you're a grandparent,
you could always have
hard. It's got to be very hard, but you've got to find that little bit of a gap between being the child that's being looked after by your parents and then you having kids and them growing up and you look after them. You've got to have some kind of window in between where it's just about you, I think. Yeah.
Rob,
nice.
I think the picture behind you is not straight. I've got OCD.
Right,
Rob,
let me just straighten the picture.
It's bloody bang on straight.
Oh, I can't see it. Leave that where it is.
Hang on.
I'll
I'm going to alter the angle of the computer.
Let's put it straight for
just
where
a minute.
It is. Yeah, but when you put it back down, it's not going to be...
Yeah, I'm just going to show him. Hang on, which way is it? We've got about a 15-second delay on our video feed here, so I can't tell. If you look at the cover there on the radiator cover, it's parallel with that. And if you look at the ceiling, just a sec, wait till it comes.
If we put that down though, and
just
then
a minute.
I'll put it wobbly so it looks straight. It does my head in as well. I looked at that.
Oh, this bloody delay.
Put the thingy back down.
And if you look at that bit of wall there, it's parallel with that. And eventually, it's parallel with the ceiling. It's just the angle's what we're filming at.
I'm going to make it straight though with the angle. Put that
I'm going to
down.
take it off at wall.
Just put it down.
Why don't we just stand up and then he can't see it? So, it is level, Rob. OCD's terrible, isn't it? Right, I've lost where we are now. TJ, I get the kid things...
Now he's looking right at your...
No, he's not.
Chin, I think.
No.
Or is it cause... Oh, it's all right then.
I get... Where's it gone? I get the kid thing as well. I have 18-year-old and that will be the hardest part for us. Right, the thing we found, TJ, our son was the last one to leave home and he got to 20 years old. And is yours a man or a boy or a girl? You 18-year-old. But what we found was two blokes living in the same house, testosterone, yeah, and all that malarkey. It started to cause arguments.
We've always got on really well,
we were
but
both
they were just
right.
clashing in things. Yeah.
It gets to the point where your kids realise that you're not always right.
Yeah, and they've got their own opinions.
And they want to make their own opinions, but as a parent...
You're still talking down to them like
not talking down, but trying to advise them. And so, certainly for us, it got to the point where with Brad, he were ready to move on and be independent and have his own life. Yeah. So, he did. And he only lives round the corner and we're there every day.
It was difficult for him. I mean, he was only 21, was he?
He's 21.
20, yeah. And he moved out. And for the first month, he said it was all right. The first week was brilliant.
Then we got a text message from him saying, "You're the worst parents
in the world."
We were just like Kevin offered. Oh, you've abandoned me. You hate me.
You've thrown me out.
You thrown me out. Made me homeless.
And that was hard. But now he loves it. But we're still like that. I mean, we are with Carleen, aren't we? But our daughter, she moved out. She moved out to live with boyfriend and then another boyfriend and then moved to Durham and stuff, Stockton way. 3 years ago now.
Yeah.
So she
flew the nest.
She flew the nest earlier, and because she's been a lot healthier than Brad, if you like, we've never had to worry about Carleen. She's given us the odd things to worry about. Don't get me wrong, but it's always been more to do with boyfriends and things like that. So she was grown up very early on from doing the singing and everything. So as she's moved out. The ropes that you're holding with, what do you call it?
Yeah, them.
The ties that you have anyway that you've got to let them go with.
They're not warps.
No. They were loosened quite a bit ago with Carleen, so she's enjoying her life in Stockton and doing really well for herself as well. But Brad's always been like my little shadow. We've done everything together. And now he's got his own little place, so... he didn't think we'd go when he wanted to fall out with us, that we were leaving him and then abandoning him. But now I think he's realised that he's got his own life, he's got his girlfriend,
and he's enjoying it,
and he's enjoying it.
And we probably get on better now because he's going.
You two do,
yeah. Because we've got that little bit of space, and I don't treat him like a kid anymore, having to look over him. So anyway.
So that'll be good. Yeah, just parents, we've got to say, we'll be fine. But that's another thing as well, that people like say, you've got to be in touch with parents, but sometimes the more you tell them that, like, we're in the middle of the ocean there, the more they'll worry. So, and my parents can't even work
remote control.
Sky TV thing, never mind get a computer to be able to follow us and stuff. So I think that's going to be probably just either a phone call or whatever each week to keep in touch, isn't it?
So Anthony, if you're driving down to Crete, you may want to take spares with you from the UK, cheaper in the UK.
Cheaper in the UK?
Is that spares for the boat?
Yeah.
Or for the vehicle we're driving down in? If it's for the boat, there's loads and loads, there's spare everything on it, to be honest. It's going to take us a month to sort through everything out, what is leaving.
No, it means boat, yeah.
I'm Vice Commodore of the Bavaria Owners Association. I think list of the bits based on Bavaria Owners' knowledge available. PM me. Thanks for that. We will do.
Oh, very good of you, Anthony. Thank you.
Is that the Bavaria Owners Association which is having problems with their website at the moment? Because I've tried to enrol on that. If it's something different, let me know. If it is the same one, let me know. Dave's still saying it's perspective, not crooked. Rob, are you sure you're not just cockeyed? He were ready to move on and you were ready to wave goodbye.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Well, not wave goodbye, he only lives round the corner. See you later.
That's whose ironing I'm doing. I've got to drop that off later.
And we've been up today to do his garden. Rain. I don't know what that means.
The rains, that's it.
Yes, the rains.
The
rains. So,
phew.
So we've got 33 people on. Have you been clicking on that like button? And I've not had any messages yet to say that you've sent us one of these videos. So just a reminder for those who are just tuning in now and missed the thing earlier. We want people. Are you ready?
Music.
So whatever our theme music, we want to put little clips on where people are doing this to make it a bit more fun and get people involved in the videos. So if you can send us a 15-second video, you don't need to put any music on whatsoever because it'll just be dubbed over our title music. And if you film it on a phone,
film it that way.
Use it in the landscape mode, not that mode.
Yeah.
Phone video's fine, video footage, and you can send it to us on Facebook or via email. Yeah. And there's going to be a prize for the best one. Now you can go.
I was going to say, so what have we got next? What are we going to talk about next time we come on? What's the next video?
Don't know yet.
You do.
Depends what people talk to us about.
Yeah. So we're going to be saying goodbye in a minute.
Oh, Sean's here.
Sean Dowd, where the hell you been? I've had the same problem as your parents. His first 30 minutes of technophobe, all over it, press the live button. What's that mean?
So we've had Sean's just joined us online, or he might have been here for a bit, but he's just commented. And Sean was the second one to send us a video in. Grandpa's farm was the first one, and Sean sent one in within a few seconds. Join Bavaria info. I'm going to make a note of that. Thanks for that, no Leo. Another new person I've not seen. So welcome.
This is what's so good, isn't it, about being on these things? You find all sorts of stuff out like this.
I don't know if this is that the forum? There is one I've been on. I don't want to click out of the YouTube page.
Yeah.
I'll have a look at that when we're finished on here tonight. Marie's making herself presentable to make a video.
Tell me about it, Marie. Well, you've seen me as rough as a bear's ass.
Anthony Kirby. The BOA website is now back up. I will join that later. So keep a lookout for me, man. Yes, it's the forum. I think I might already be on that one then, Noelio. But thank you for the info, and I will certainly have a look later just to make sure it is that one I'm on. So what's Sean been up to today on Sean's travels? I don't know if are you still on holiday or are you back home? Yeah, I have the same problem. It's first 30 minutes as I'm a text phone, but all over it. Press the live button.
Do you?
Me press the live button.
I think we're on live.
We should be on live now.
I think he means do for him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So the next things we're going to be doing is video of the second part of the survey.
Did you just trump that?
No, I didn't. I probably moved like that. I didn't trump at all. Second part of your survey and how that went.
Yes.
We're going to do a Patreon only, how much things are costing.
We're not doing that yet till we
when we've
know
signed
what things are costing.
And I've got the boat and everything, we're going to do that Patreon only cost thing.
Which, for anybody who's interested in that, it is for patrons only. It's like a little bit of a private thing, and as a reward for them people giving us that little buy us a beer funding.
So we've just got. Hopefully, we'll be able to video the putting the house up for sale and selling it and getting rid of stuff and actually moving on. So we're hoping to be moving on
ASAP.
I've got in my head, hopefully, September, October review. But we don't know. Depends how quick the house will sell.
Yeah.
I think the house will sell quite quickly. It depends how long the chain is. I'm hoping not to have a chain.
We don't want to have a chain. We've said that from the beginning, that we ideally want somebody who's in a position to buy, like we were when we bought this place.
But that does normally mean somebody's in a chain. They've either sold their house.
We weren't in a chain.
Yeah, but for somebody to pay over £200,000 for a house, it's not normally a first-time buyer, is it?
No, they could have already sold theirs.
So they're in a chain.
No, if they've sold theirs, they're not in a chain.
What, and they've moved out, you mean?
A chain is when they're waiting to sell theirs and the person buying them is waiting to sell theirs. And like when your mum sold hers, there were 9 people in a chain.
Yeah.
A chain is a non-chain sale is like...
I don't mean waiting to have sold. They've sold, but you've still got to do the transaction.
Yeah, but
it's still got to...
No, that's a chained up.
Well, I call it a chain still when they've got a house to sell. You want a first-time buyer or somebody with some cash.
Loads of money. So if there's anybody out there who wants to buy a nice house in the middle of England...
In Walton.
In Walton. Not Walton on Thames, but Walton in
Chesterfield.
Let us know. And if anybody wants to buy any golfing equipment, camping equipment, fishing equipment, shooting equipment... Camera equipment, netball...
No, I've got somebody for my netball post.
Give us a
shout.
shout.
I've got. Yeah.
Have you thought about just renting the house to keep the income? I know it's pain. No, yes, we have thought about it, TJ. We don't want any ties with regards to property here, but also we need to. When we bought this house, we got it at a really good price in 1999, and the value of it's now gone up threefold. So we just want to release that cash because we don't owe anything on it. It's all paid for, and so we want a nice little wedge in the bank, which will fund our rainy day fund and also to pay for the boat.
Yeah, we need to pay for the boat to start with.
So no, we've thought about the rental side of it, but no, we don't want the hassle of being at the other side of the world somewhere and then something happen here. And I know we can get managing companies in, but then it's all costing money. So we're going to sell it, be rid, and put the money under the mattress.
Yeah. All that money's going to
pay for your nails.
Hair.
Nails.
And be spent, isn't it?
Not all of it, but... And the thing is as well, it's like, you might need some new sales. If it's not an insurance job, what you're talking about, 5,000 to 10,000 quid. We want to be able to have money in the bank so we can keep it going. Yeah.
We've never had that much money in the bank ever, so it'll be nice to have some money in the bank.
Oh, we have.
Have we?
Yeah, we spent it all recently.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but we've not had money that we've not... Well, who has money when you've got a house and you've got kids? You don't, do you? So anyway, so that'll be nice. So we will see you next time when we reschedule.
Yeah. Oh, here you go, guys. I have no rhythm. Ah, we've got the first video just come in.
We'll look at that.
So
Can't play
This
it
is
now.
from Michael P. Thank you for that. I'm not going to publicise it yet, but let me just have a...
I will enjoy looking at it, Michael. Thank you very much.
We will... Let me just double check to make sure it's come in. Bear with me 1 second. So it's thrown down the gauntlet. I'm just going to check it's okay, and then if it is... What's happening here?
Oh, we've got rubbish internet today.
Just found you guys about the same age. Divorced with 2 grown sons. Want to minimise, ditch my stuff and go in 1 year.
One-year-ish. Fantastic, Anthony. Our family both coast US and Australia. Is that thinking 10 years live aboard? That's what we're thinking. 10 years live aboard, travel. I've always lived in Chesterfield and I want to see the world and I want to meet so many people. I want to see everything. I want to learn about places before we get there and then be able to see it and share it. Yeah, there's so much to do, so many places to see, so many nice people to meet, and we're going to do it. We're doing it now. It's lovely. It's a really nice position to be in. Was that come through?
I'm not finding it. It says I've got it, but...
Well, you can contact him anyway, can't you?
I want to make sure it's all right now. Where's it come through to? It did say pages. I can't find it. Michael.
What was his name?
Our clothes optional for the videos. Of course, as you've seen on some of our videos, we are clothes optional. So yeah, if you want to get your kit off Dave and do it, but just hide the little bits. Or
pixelate them out. That's always a good thing. Don't offend anybody, but get them out there. That's always good.
And we've not had any more people say that they didn't like us
They were
pixelating
offended,
it.
So
yeah, if you want to, it'll only be...
Dave, it'll only be that
big. The video will only be that big.
You'll only need that little pixel to cover it up, so you'll be fine.
Right, where's this video gone?
Right, well, I'm going to say goodbye because
So,
I've got Brad's ironing to do and everything. So, can I leave you to do the
brilliant,
famous
agreed,
things?
And I'll keep watching and we'll
Sunday.
meet up Sunday. Peace and granola, guys. Happiness at the end of the rainbow.
Brilliant.
Thanks, TJ. Okay, so we're going to wrap it up at that one. So
thank you again for joining with us today.
Thanks everybody for tuning in.
We'll let you know everything about the survey and what goes on and leaving the house and crying, and I'm not going to do any more of that.
We'll do another one before then.
Yeah.
So if you've not already subscribed, appreciate you subscribing. If you really feel generous, pop over to our Patreon site.
Give us a like.
You need 2 hands, mate.
Dave. You can come and see me anytime.
So yeah, we'll see you next time, and next video will be out later this week, and we'll
hope you enjoy it.
Post as soon as we're going to do the next live one. Yeah. So thanks again.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.
Cheers.
Cheers.